everyone, it's Megan Elizabeth with AboveRubyStudio.com. I'm actually super excited about this card today. I kind of had a couple different thoughts about it. I was trying to come up with a different Valentine's Day, in love with you, love you kind of card that wasn't screaming pink and red and Valentine's, so that you could use it maybe for a little bit more of a masculine take, or just for maybe even a different time of year, a different time of celebration, an anniversary, whatever it may be. But it still say I love you without being over the top pink hearts and rainbows kind of thing. So what I found or grabbed was the Sarita Workshop on the Go scrapbooking guide or scrapbooking kit from Close to My Heart. I am not entirely sure if the entire collection or the kit is still available, but I know the papers are still available, and I'll give you a couple alternatives. They did just retire a lot with the brand new catalog, but for February, which is when this is, the stamp set of the month is this, I think it's called Crazy About Love. What's it called? I should know. Wild About Love. Love this set. This is my favorite of all of the stamp of the months that are coming out for 2014. You can use it for a lot, and you could use the I Love You stamp and the heart here as an alternative to the stamp that I'm going to use in the kit, the exclusive one that came with the kit, if you can only get your hands on the paper. So I know I should know this, but bear with me just a little bit. I have not been able to be as on top of things. Anyway, I love the paper in this. I think it's really just fun and cheery, and it's just a really great, a little bit more masculine of a color scheme with this orange and navy, and there is a little bit of purple and teal, and you don't really have to focus so much on the purple, but these colors together I thought worked great. And then I'm going to use this as my card base, this off-white cream. I believe it's the Colonial White is the color that it comes with. You can use Lagoon, Colonial White, and I believe it is Gold Rush. Yeah, Gold Rush is the ink pad that coordinates along with this. You can also use Gypsy, Gold Rush, Lagoon, and Outdoor Denim for the different colors that coordinate along with this particular kit. So if you're a Close to My Heart fan and you're stocking up, you know what I'm using. I'm going to use these three. This is going to take me a little bit of work to get this all together. The little assortment pack of embellishments that come with this are flippin' awesome. I love this wood chevron heart, and we're going to use that on the front of the card. There is some hemp that comes in the Workshop on the Go kit. Now you can, don't feel tied into using your Workshop on the Go kit for what it says to use it for. You can follow the instructions literally piece by piece and create exactly this layout and still have plenty left over. Or you can create, your own, follow all the little diagrams, cut out everything from, it gives you exactly what materials you need to get exactly this look, if this is what you're going for and what you want to create. I don't always like to follow the rules. I don't always like to follow somebody else's design, especially if I want to make a card and I know I'm going to have enough left over. So I'm going to have fun with it, and I am using the ittiest bittiest of the Megan Elizabeth nesting dies in the Scalloped collection. They are on sale right now. You can get all three in a great bundle pack or individually. They are on sale right now at AboveRubyStudio.com. They are selling out. Once they're gone forever, and they will not be coming back. So don't miss those either. I do want to do a couple of these. So I'm going to just cut a strip out. Really, an inch is all I need, probably less. I'm going to have to do it a couple times though, because I do want several of these squares. I'm just going to place it on here, run it through, and do it a couple times. While that's cutting out, I'm going to cut this card down. I'm going to do a square 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches card. So that means I need to cut it at 5.5 and then again at 11 inches. And that's the great thing about using 12 by 12 cardstock for cards. You can have a little bit more control over the sizing you do. You don't have to just do an A2 size card, which is nice. And I really like this Colonial White. I have the Colonial White ink as well, and it's just so soft and nice for a lot of different things. So, here, cut through all 3 layers. Without a problem. Move that down a little bit. Should be able to get them all, oops, right on here. Static is not my friend today. They all fit. What's going on? Just curling up because of static. There, smash it down. 5.5 inches. The thing I like about doing different holiday cards is that, or gift giving cards rather, especially when you're not mailing them out, you can really have fun with the sizes. You know, you don't have to be locked into that, you know, just using that A2 size card. You know, you can really have some fun with it. So let's see if we can line these guys up. We should have plenty with 3 sets of 3. It worked. I got them all on there. Whoop. So it's just really cute. And it cut through all 3 layers of paper at one time without an issue. It's the great thing about the eBosser and these dies. Alright, so now I'm going to start arranging my little squares, scallop squares, on the paper. And it's just a tiny little scallop pattern, so it's a little bit more than a diamond, you know. I'm going to do it just like that. So I didn't need the 4th set, and then we're going to trim off wherever it overhangs. So I'm just going to grab my Glue Glider Pro. I can get just the right amount of adhesive, just pressing that to the tip, pressing it down. Alright, I'm going to grab this heart right on out of here. Little Glue Glider Pro on the back will work just fine. And put the heart down here. And actually, what I'm going to do with this, I am going to take the Stamp of the Month, the I Love You. I love the wood green, especially with this. So, I don't think it'll pop out enough, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the Colonial White on the blue. I don't know if that'll work at all. I mean, this is like really juicy and very opaque, but I still don't think it's going to give us what we want. Well, maybe. We're going to cut it down even a little bit further, but we'll get that at the end. I'm going to do a little pennant cut in here. And just doing it simple, eyeballing to make a triangle meet in the corner, in the center. It's going to go on the edge. So if that's the case, wood green with the wood heart. I love you. Love it. Oh, that Colonial White. I love this. I love this ink color. It is a juicy, juicy ink. It's a pigment-based, this particular one is a pigment-based ink. most of the Close to My Heart ink pads are dye-based. They will, you know, let you know on the packaging, but this one happens to be a pigment-based ink, so it's like extra juicy, extra wet. Doesn't dry as instantly. So that's going to go on the end of the card here. So that's going to be the entire front of the card, which I think is really, really just cute, simple, fun, easy. And then on the inside, this is the stamp set that comes along with the Sarita Scrapbooking Workshop. And this says In Love. It coordinates with the Artiste Cricut cartridge, which is so great. And then there's a little pennant that says With, and it has like a heart. And I think that's adorable too. So I was going to use this In Love on the inside and like literally like fill up the inside like as an inside sentiment, which I actually have to be honest and say I don't often do sentiments inside my card, but there's really no reason not to, especially when you have awesome stamps. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab, let's see, let's do Goldenrod, or no, let's do Creme Brulee. It's a little bit lighter. It'll stand out in the card without being like overpowering. And actually what I'm going to do is set my stamp inside my card first. Because it's a longer stamp, I don't want it to warp or twist at all. So I'm going to try to set it down inside, get it where I kind of want it to be, then press my stamp block on top. Ink on the pad. This would be a good place to use, you could use that old denim too, really get it to pop. Or Gypsy if you wanted to use that, tie in that purple a little bit. I'm just going to do something that is a little darker than, you know, my Colonial White, but isn't totally going to stand out. You could use the Goldenrod. Any of those coordinating colors on the front would work just fine. Love that. Isn't that great? Turns out awesome. Just kind of distressed and fun, and it's just a little bit more, I want to say masculine, but in a way it is. You know, it's not as girly frilly, cutesy cutesy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card today. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you guys again soon at AboveRubyStudio.com. Bye bye.